Good morning, everyone. I apologize for the delay. We had a little bit of a technical issue there, but we're all sorted out, and we will go ahead and get started on this week's Engage 1-to-1 Product Updates webinar. As usual, I am Ryan Hayes, our Product Development Manager, here to bring you up to speed on the latest developments with Engage 1-to-1. Today, we are going to talk about a couple additions to the application, starting with some new functionality for Twitter direct messages, some error checking there, and some some additions for Foursquare venue check-ins, and what actually feeds into Listen for Foursquare. Going to recap some of the functionality for review sites and the ratings and how those are displayed in Explore. And then we have added the Facebook questions and milestones functionality into Speak Local. So we'll go through quickly how that works. Should be a quick one today, but we'll get through all of those for you and make sure you are up to speed on all of it. So I'm going to switch over to Engage 1-to-1 here. And starting with the Twitter direct message functionality, I'm going to switch to my, my Listen panel, my Listen view. And I'm going to start with my Engage 1-to-1 filter here, just a keyword filter. Now, Twitter has some rules about who you can and can't direct message. Ultimately, it breaks down to you are only able to direct message people who already follow you. You can't direct message someone who doesn't follow you. You know, it's obviously a spam protection method. So if someone is already following you, they've indicated they are interested in what you have to say and will receive direct messages from you. Now, just because they follow you and you can direct message them does not mean that you follow them and they can direct message you back. So I'm going to put a little caveat on that you may want to make sure that if you are going to use Twitter direct messages, that you do follow the person so they are able to respond back to you via direct message as well. That being said, when you click on the Engage button now, you will see in Listen, you will see the direct message box only if you have the appropriate permissions to direct message that person. So Engage 1-to-1 follows my Twitter handle, so I can respond to them or I can direct message them directly. Now, if I scroll down the page, look for another Twitter post, this one here, she does not follow me, so I don't even see the direct message option. So we're running that check. We're making sure to only give you the option if you are actually permitted to direct message that person. So if at any point you are looking in, if you click on the Engage button and you look for the direct message and you don't see it, it's because you're not actually permitted to direct message that person. This is a check that we're running in real time. We're calling Twitter directly when you do click on that Engage button and checking at that point in time to see if you are permitted to direct message that person. So it's not a database that can get behind or anything like that. We're checking Twitter directly, so at any point you'll have a real-time reflection of what your permissions are with regard to being able to direct message that person. Now, in Listen, we do things are coming in via the handle that I'm following that person on or that was mentioned. So Explore is a little bit different. So when we're running an Explore search, we can be searching for lots of people that we don't already follow, that we don't already have a connection with. So I'm going to look at my Engage 1-to-1 Explore search here. You'll see, in this case, I do follow these people. But again, for Engage 1-to-1, I'll click on the Engage button. In Explore, we're always going to show the direct message checkbox. Now, when you choose direct message, you'll be able to select from any of your connected Twitter handles. So now at the point that you select the Twitter handle, now we're going to check with Twitter to see if you actually have permissions to direct message that person. So depending upon which handle you select, you may or may not have permission to do that based on whether that person follows that handle. So again, same case. If I look at Sarah's handle here, she does not follow me, so I will get an error message that says that I cannot direct message that user because they do not follow me. Again, if you are intending, particularly with Explorer, if you are intending to use the direct message functionality, we do recommend that you follow the person at the same time, prior to or at the same time that you send them the direct message, so they're actually able to respond to you directly. In this case, you'll see that I'm not following these people, so they have little plus signs next to them. If they were following me, I would want to follow them at the time that I sent the direct message. But at this point, they are not following me, so I can't do that. So that is live for everyone. Just some extra checks in place to make it a little clearer and more intuitive on whether or not you can or cannot direct message someone. So next thing we'd like to talk about today is Foursquare venue check-ins. Foursquare has been doing a great job of improving on the functionality and building on the functionality that they have available for business owners, for venue managers. And one of those is they have a real-time feed. It works like push notifications. You may have push notifications on your iPhone or your BlackBerry or Android. Just that it will, when someone checks in to one of your venues, Foursquare will send to us that check-in information. So in real time, as the person checks in, we'll see that we'll have that data feeding into our databases. And if you have connected your Foursquare venues with us, then we will be able to feed that data into the listen feed for you. If you don't already have your Foursquare venues connected, I do suggest that you contact client services. They can help you get those venues connected and set up so that you can start making use of this functionality. But some of the things that are very cool about what Foursquare is doing is that if a Foursquare user has decided to make their Twitter profile, their Twitter handle, publicly available as part of their Foursquare profile, we're able to retrieve that as part of the check-in. So in this case, if I look at the first check-in I have here, Hope does not make her Twitter profile readily available. She doesn't make that public information. So I can do things. I can shout about it, or I can post about it, or things like that. I can tweet about her check-in at our location, but I'm not actually engaging directly with Hope. Now, if I scroll down one and I look at Bonnie's check-in, Bonnie does have that available publicly. So if I click on Engage, I now see an option to reply on Twitter. So if I click Reply, I can choose which Twitter handle I want to reply from, and Engage is automatically populated in Bonnie's Twitter handle. So now I can very easily send a thank you to Bonnie about thank you for checking in. Here's a coupon code, or anything along those lines. I'm able to engage in virtually real time with people who are checking into my venues. And as a person who may have many venues, I can monitor all of those in one location very easily. In addition to having venues connected at the corporate level, we can also make those venue connections at your outlet levels. So for those of you who have enterprise accounts with outlets, we're able to make those venue connections at the outlet level so that you can your outlets are able to monitor through their access to Engage121, but you're also able to monitor on behalf of your outlets and manage things in that manner. Additionally, this provides more reporting options. You can report on check-ins by venue and so on. and monitor that through the same sort of outlet filtering that you can do for your other reporting and so on. But that is something that at this point does require a little bit of client service assistance in setting up those Foursquare venues, connecting those Foursquare venues, but it's a very painless process. So if you reach out to our client service team, they'll be happy to help you get your venues imported into your Engage121 account and configured in the way that you would like to for monitoring purposes. The next thing I'd like to take a look at is some changes for review sites, and just kind of recap how our review sites feed works. So reviews actually come into our Explore tab. And there's about 48 or so review sites that we're monitoring at this point in time. We crawl those sites for particular keywords. So when your account came on board, we would have walked through with you what sort of things you would want to monitor on review sites, what sort of keywords you would want to look for on review sites, kind of as a pre-qualification that the review is relevant for searching in Engage. So we'll use those search engines that are in place to set to retrieve reviews on those particular sites. Now, some of these sites are geographically targeted, meaning that when you're looking for content on the review site, you have to have a city and state or a zip code as well. Obviously, the ones that are product focused are not that case. Things like Amazon and Best Buy, those don't have a zip code restriction. But things that are more service-oriented or retail location-oriented, those would have to have some geographic information. So in order for you to make the best use of the review sites that we have, I do recommend that you consult with your client services representative, with our client services team. Oh no. It says I lost my audio connection. I am not sure if you all can hear me or not. Hopefully you can. There we go. I apologize. I think we just had a dropout on my audio connection. We are back up. I hope you all can hear me okay now. At any rate, I do recommend that you all contact our client experience team to help them configure the review site's filtering in the best way possible for how you would be mentioned, what sort of things you would want to monitor in review sites. At any rate, I'm going to go ahead and run a review site search here. I'm just looking for some general terms so I can show some examples here. But again, that last one here, that last filter is for review sites. So I'm going to run that search. And we'll get the review sites back, and you'll see that we're going to have a star rating depending upon the site. Some sites have a star rating, some sites don't. If they have a numerical value that's assigned to a rating, then we'll bring that in and convert it to a star metric. If they have stars specifically, then we'll certainly we'll have those stars included as part of the review. And based upon the site, how the site is organized, we'll have a link off to either the individual review, the person who reviewed it there if they have a profile, or the page that the reviews are posted on, depending upon what permalinks are available. If we're able to get one directly to the review, like in this case, then we certainly will provide that. Otherwise, we provide the best thing that's available. But so you'll have those star ratings, so you can quickly see what sort of rating they gave it. But then we also will have those for saved searches. You'll have the star ratings as well as that sentiment analysis based on the actual text of the review. So those are available for all of our clients. If at any point you'd like to review the list of review sites that we have, you can click on Account, under Connections, select Review Sites, and then you can get a quick view of all the different review sites we're monitoring. So if you see review sites here that are pertinent to your business, and you'd like to make sure that we are monitoring the appropriate keywords on those to retrieve good results for you, again, I do suggest that you reach out to our client services team, and they'll be happy to help make sure that that is 100% optimized for you. Also, back here in the review site account section, if there are review sites that are not relevant to your business, you can uncheck the boxes for those, and they will not appear in your review site search results regardless of what terms you use. So the last thing that we like to recap or go over is the Facebook questions and milestones functionality. This is something that Facebook added when they switched to the timeline view for Facebook pages. We've had it in Speak Corporate for quite some time now, but due to client requests, we have added it into Speak Local as well. So if I do have a question a poll question that I would like to pose across all of or a selection of my outlets, I now have that capability. And if I have a milestone that is a organization-wide milestone, we reached 1,000 stores or something along those lines, and I'd like to post that milestone across all of my local pages. I have the ability to do that quite easily with Speak Local. So we'll go ahead and select an outlet. Obviously, you can select as many outlets as you'd like. You can use the filters here to filter by tags. If you've tagged your outlets, you can filter by state, or you can filter by only ones that have Facebook as a connection type to filter through that list of outlets and quickly find the outlet or outlets that you'd like to post through. But we'll just use our Java 1-to-1 and Scottsdale example. We're going to choose Facebook, and we'll do a question. So we'll start with just a basic, what's your favorite color, and then type in some answer options here and put that post together. One thing I'll point out is that you do have the ability to allow whether or not other Facebook users can suggest additional options or additional questions, answers rather. Depending upon the type of question you're asking and how you plan to use it, you may want to consider saying no to that because there is not a way to moderate the answers that people provide. This is not Engage 1-to-1 functionality. This is Facebook functionality, which has benefits in the sense that it is integrated across the entire Facebook platform. So when I answer a question, for example, I answer a question about what my favorite color is, that will post out to all my friends. All my friends will be able to see that I liked or I voted red for my favorite color, for example. But obviously the ability to provide other answers does open that up so that anyone can put in any sort of inappropriate answers. So you may want to consider locking that down. It obviously does depend upon what type of question you're asking. There are obviously benefits to having the ability to or leaving that open for users to add other options. It does certainly increase the possibility for the post to go viral as people add their own answers in. But does certainly create something to think about as part of that process. But as far as the questions and milestones are concerned, those will go through the standard procedure where they'll go into the outlet's queue for approval. If the outlet is set up to require approval, if not, it will simply go out to the page. And then milestones, if you're not familiar with them, are, scroll down here and find our opened milestone. Milestones are these events that span the entire page. In the case in Facebook, they do provide some additional functionality like being able to add photos to them. Unfortunately, through their API, they have not made that available yet. So when we go to build a milestone post, we have the option to add a title for it, to add a description to it, and choose the date that it occurred. And again, when we do submit that, it will go into the approval queue for the outlet and post through to Facebook. So again, great tools for notifying all of your customers about a major milestone, reaching a certain number of stores, or announcing a new flavor or a new product or something along those lines. So that is available for everyone to use, and it does continue to be available. The questions and milestones do continue to be available in the Speak corporate part of the application. At any rate, that's the last thing we'd like to go through for today. If you do have any questions or comments, we'd love to hear from you. You can always contact Jenny or tweet us at Engage121, and obviously you can reach out to our client services team at support@engage121.com, or certainly reach out to us on our Facebook page as well. Again, I'd like to thank you all for joining us for today's product update webinar. Look forward to hearing from you if there are things that you would like to see covered in future webinars or questions you have about what we covered today. Please do reach out to us. We do love to hear back from you on how these webinars are benefiting you. Have a great weekend, everyone.